Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we will learn how to create a book show site and integrate Google API. As you can see, Navbar on top. Then comes a banner with floating particles background. Then comes our hero section with Google API. When we click on any book, it redirects us to that page. Then comes a footer. This site is fully responsive for mobile and tablet view. As you can see, so let's get started. Open your VS Code, go to Chrome, type white React. Click on the first link, scroll down, copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Give project name, show book. Select framework React, variant will be JavaScript. Copy this line and paste it here. Copy this line. It will install the node packages. Now let's install Tailwind CSS. Type Tailwind CSS. Go to framework guides. Click using white. Copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Now go back and copy this line and go to first. We don't need app.css, remove it. Go to white.config.js and paste that line here. Then again copy this line and paste it here. Put a comma and paste it here. Then copy this import statement. Go to index.css and paste it here. Then copy this h1 tag. Go to app.jsx. Type RAFCE and paste that copied line here. Change class to class name and let's start our server by npm run dev. Now as you can see, the Tailwind CSS is installed successfully. Now let's give our project a title, that is show book. Then remove the strict mode from main.jsx. Now let's create our component folder. Now then let's create our first component, that is navbar.jsx. Let's type RAFCE and let's import navbar to app component. Let's remove this. Now let's type div, give class name min height screen bg gray 900. Let's import navbar. Now it's present here. Then let's, as you can see this, you can download the assets from the given link below. Now let's create a navbar. Now let's remove this and let's remove this. Let's type nav, give class name sticky top 0, z index will be 50, bg gray 900/95, backdrop blur 2 XL, border B, border gray 800, shadow some 0, 60 pixels minus 15 pixel, RGBA 96, some input data for the shadow. Then let's create div, give class name, MX auto, max width will be 7 XL, padding from x-axis will be 4, for smaller screen padding from x-axis will be 6, for larger it will be 8. Then let's create div, give class name, flex, min height will be 4 rem. For medium screen, let's copy this min height and let's paste it here. Change 4 to 5 rem. Then item center, justify between, flex wrap, gap from y-axis will be 3, gap from x-axis will be 4, padding from y-axis will be 2. Let's create logo section. Let's type div, give class name, dynamic gradient. Position will be relative, overflow will be hidden, rounded will be 2 XL, padding will be 1, hover, scale 105, tracking transition transform, duration will be 300, order will be 1, for medium screen order will be none. Now let's create a state, that is const is hovered, comma set is hovered is equal to use state, give value false. Now let's type on mouse enter. Let's create an arrow function, set is hovered true. Then on mouse leave, again arrow function, set is hovered false. Then style, let's type minus mouse minus x 0 pixel, then minus mouse minus y 0 pixel. Then background will be is hovered. Then backtick radical gradient 400 pixel, circle at where minus mouse minus x, where minus mouse minus y, RGBA 59. Let's give our values. Then comma transparent for 40%, else show transparent. Now as you can see, a backlight. Then let's create div, give class name bg gray 900/80, backdrop will be SM, backdrop blur SM, rounded XL, padding will be 2. Let's create h1 tag, give class name, text will be LG, for medium screen text will be 2 XL, font will be bold, PG gradient to R from CN 400 via blue 400 to purple 400, BG clip text will be transparent, animate text shine. Then let's go for hero icon React and let's copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Hero icons, it will install the hero icon packages. Then let's restart the server. Now let's go back and scroll down to this link and let's search for book open. Let's tap name, select React, Let's copy this line and paste it here. Let's copy this and then let's give an icon a class name. Width will be 5, height will be 5. For medium screen height will be 6. For medium screen width will be 6. Inline block animate float. Text cn 400. MR will be 1. For medium screen margin from right will be 2. Stroke will be 2.5. Let's close this icon. Create an anchor tag. Give class name ML1. For medium screen margin left will be 2. Text shadow will be a value. .3, 0.5, and let's close this. Then let's type book show. Now as you can see, it's present here. Now after this div, let's create search bar. Let's type div, give class name, width will be full. For medium screen flex 1. For medium screen max width will be 2xl, order will be 3. For medium screen order will be 2. For larger ml will be 6. For medium mx will be 4. Let's create form tag. On submit handle submit. Give class name, width will be full. Let's copy this and let's create const another state, that is search term comma set search term is equal to use state, give value empty. Const handle submit is equal to event dot prevent value to stop the page from reloading. Let's type handle search. Let's pass search term. Now here let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, group. Let's create another div and let's close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, minus insert 1, bg gradient to r, from cn 400 to blue 500, rounded 3xl, blur will be xl, opacity will be 30, group hover opacity will be 50, transition all, duration will be 500, animate pulse slow. Then another div, give class name, position will be relative, dynamic gradient. Now another div, give class name, pointer event none, position will be absolute, insert y 0, left 0, flex, item center, padding from left will be 3, for medium screen it will be 4. Let's give an icon, magnifying glass icon. Class name will be height will be 5, width will be 5. For medium screen height will be 6. For medium width will be 6. Text cn 300. Drop shadow will be LG. Drop shadow glow Z index 10. Now let's create an input tag. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then value will be search term. On change, let's pass e, an arrow function, search term, e dot target dot value. Now let's give placeholder, discover your next read. Now give class name, block, width will be full, rounded 2xl, border gray 700/50, BG gray 900/60. Padding from y-axis will be 2, for medium it will be 3. Padding from left will be 10, for medium screen it will be 12. Padding from right will be 4, for medium it will be 6. Text SM, for medium text will be base. Then text gray 100, placeholder gray 400, focus outline will be none. Then focus border CN 500, make it 300/50. Focus ring 2, focus ring CN 300/30. Backdrop blur will be XL, shadow XL, transition all, duration 300. Hover BG gray 900/80. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then after this div, let's create avatar section. Then let's create div, give class name flex, item center, space from x-axis will be 4, order will be 2, for medium screen order will be 3, for medium, for ML will be auto, for medium screen ML will be 0. Let's create button, give class name, position will be relative, padding will be 1, group hover scale 105, transition transform. Now let's create div and close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, minus insert 1, BG gradient to R from CN 400 to blue 500, rounded full, back blur, opacity will be 30, group hover, opacity will be 50. Transition opacity. Now after this, let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, flex, item center, justify center, height will be 8, width will be 8, for medium screen height will be 10, for medium width will be 10. Rounded full, BG gray 900/80, border 2, border CN 30/20, group hover, border CN 300/40. Backdrop blur SM, overflow hidden. Now let's create an span tag, give class name, text will be LG, for medium screen text will be 2XL, make it XL, animate holo. Let's give an code. Now as you can see, it's present here. Now let's create another div and close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, BG gradient to BR from CN 400/20 via transparent to blue 500/20. Now after this div, let's create another div and close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, minus top will be 1, minus right will be 1, height will be 2, width will be 2, for medium screen height will be 3, for medium screen width will be 3, BG CN 400, rounded full, shadow glow pulse. Now as you can see a dot here. Now let's create a dynamic effect. Now let's type use effect, create an arrow function, type const handle mouse move is equal to e. Let's create an arrow function, const cards is equal to document dot query selector all. Then let's copy this dynamic gradient and paste it here. Then let's cards dot for each card. Let's create an arrow function. Const rect is equal to card dot get bounding client rect. Const x is equal to e dot client x minus rect dot length left. Then create const y is equal to e dot client y minus rect dot top. Card dot style dot set property minus minus mouse minus x, put it in inverted comma, put it in single quote, sorry. Then let's pass x pixel. Let's copy this and paste it here. Then change x to y here, x to y. Now after this, let's type window dot add event listener mouse move. Then pass handle mouse move. Return an arrow function window dot remove event listener mouse move comma handle mouse move. Let's pass it only one time. Then again a use effect. Let's create another arrow function window dot scroll to 0, 0 one time. Then as you can see, a torch is here. Then let's create another component, that is floating particle dot jsx. Let's type RAFCE here. Let's remove this. Let's type div, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, overflow will be hidden, pointer event none. Let's type dot 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 array 20 dot map. Let's empty comma I. Let's create arrow function div key will be I, give class name, position will be absolute, bg gradient to r, from cn 400 to blue 400, rounded full. Then after this, style width will be backtick math dot random into 3 plus 1 pixel. Put a comma, copy this line. Then height will be backtick, paste it here. Then copy this math dot random and type top will be backtick, paste it here 100%, put a dollar here. Then copy this line again, put a comma and type left and paste it here. Then after this, put a comma and type animation backtick float, put a dollar and paste it here. Change this 100 to 10 plus 5 and make it infinity. Let's close this div. Now it's ready. Now in Navbar, let's import this. After this div, let's import floating particles. Now as you can see in the background is present here. Then let's create another component, that is banner.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. In app components, let's import banner. Now let's create banner. Let's remove this. Now let's type class name main height screen, BG gradient to BR, from gray 900 to blue 900/30. Position will be relative, overflow will be hidden. Let's create div, give class name container, mx auto, padding from x-axis will be 4, h screen flex, item center, another div, give class name grid, grid calls 1, for medium screen grid calls 2, for larger grid calls 3, gap will be 8, width will be full. Then let's create text content. Let's type div, give class name, for larger screen call span 1, flex, flex call, justify center, space from y-axis will be 6. Now let's close this and let's search for framer motion. Now let's copy this line and paste it in your terminal. Now let's restart the server. Now here let's import motion from framer motion. Now here let's type motion dot h1 tag. Here let's give initials is equal to opacity will be 0, for y it will be 20. Animate opacity will be, make this to equal to, opacity will be 1, for y it will be 0, and give class name text will be 4XL, for smaller screen text will be 5XL, for medium text will be 6XL, font will be bold, BG gradient to R from CN 400 to blue 500, BG clip text, text will be transparent. Here let's type interactive library. Now you can see it's present here. Then after this motion h1, let's create motion dot paragraph tag. Then here again let's copy this animate and paste it here. Let's copy this initial and paste it here. Now let's close this, remove comma and close this too. Now let's type transition delay will be 0.3. Make delay inside the bracket. Now after this, give class name, text will be LG, text CN 100/10, make it 80. Let's type explore our collection with dynamic previews and immersive interaction. It's present here. Then after this motion div, let's motion paragraph, let's create motion button. Here while hover, scale will be 1.05. While tap, scale will be 0.95. Then on click, let's create an arrow function, document dot get element by ID hero dot scroll into view. Let's type behavior smooth. Now let's give class name BG gradient to R from CN 500 to blue 600. Width will be fit. Padding from x-axis will be 8. Padding from y-axis will be 3. Rounded full. Font will be bold. Text white. Shadow will be LG. Hover. Shadow will be CN 500/30. Transition all. Now let's type start explore. exploring. It's present here. Then after this motion button and div, let's create image container. Now let's create div, give class name for medium screen, call span 1, for larger, call span 2, hover height will be 64, for smaller screen height will be 80, for medium height will be 600 pixel. For larger screen height will be 700 pixel. Position will be relative, flex, item center, justify center. Let's type motion.div. Here give class name, position will be relative, width will be full, height will be full. Now animate from y-axis, it will be 0, -20, 0, and rotate from y-axis will be 0, 5, 0. After this, transition duration will be 6, and then repeat will be infinity. Then ease will be ease in and out. Then here let's create div, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, rounded 3xl, backdrop blur xl, overflow will be hidden. Now let's type image tag. Let's import image. Import image from assets /imgbg.png. Now let's import image img. Now as you can see, our image is here. Then in alt, let's type book, give class name, width will be full, height will be full, object will be contain, padding will be 8. Then after this div, let's import floating particle. Now as you can see, it's present here. Now let's check whether it is responsive or not. It is responsive till now. Now let's close this. And after this, let's create hero.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. In app components, let's import hero. Then let's create a state const search term, search query, set search query, make S capital, is equal to use state best seller. Then let's pass this value. Handle search is equal to term and arrow function set search query term. Let's close this. And here let's create keyframe float for 0 and 100%. Translate y-axis in index.css, and from x it will be 0 for 25%. Let's copy this line and paste it here. For 50%, let's paste it here. For 75%, let's paste this again. Change the value to -20 pixel. Here it will be changed to 10 pixel. Let's copy this 10 pixel and paste it here. Change this to, then change it here again. Make this -10 pixel. Here it will be 20. Then keyframe text shine for 0%. Background position will be 0%, 50%. For 100%, background position will be 100% and 50%. Then after this, keyframe, let's type holo. For 0%, filter we rotate 0 degree. Let's copy this and let's for 100% it will be 360 degree. Then after this, let's type another keyframe, pulse slow. Now for 0% and 100%, opacity will be 0.3. For 50%, opacity will be 0.5. Dot drop shadow, glow, filter, drop shadow, let's give a value. This is the value. Then dot shadow, glow, pulse, box shadow 0, 0, 10 pixel, 2 pixel value. Then animation, pulse slow. Now for 2 seconds and infinity. Now let's close this and this. Here let's type, give class name, min height will be screen, padding from top will be 16. For medium screen, padding from top will be 20. BG gradient to B from gray 900 to gray 900, make it 800. Padding will be 4. For smaller screen, padding will be 6. For medium screen, padding will be 8. Div, give class name, max width will be 7XL, MX auto, another div, give class name, grid, grid calls 1. For smaller screen, grid calls 2. For larger screen, grid calls 3. Gap will be 4. For medium screen, gap will be 6. For larger, gap will be 8. Then let's create a state. Let's copy this search query and paste it here. Then here let's type const books comma set books is equal to use state empty array const loading comma set loading is equal to use state true. Then const current page, let's copy this, put a comma, set and paste it here, make C capital, is equal to use state, give value 1. Then const items per page is equal to 6. Then const total pages is equal to 6. Then const paginated books is equal to books dot slice current page minus 1 into items per page comma current page into items per page. It will show the pagination from below. Let's type paginated books dot map book comma index. Let's create an arrow function. Now let's type if books dot dummy, then return div, give key index, then else book dot id, give class name, group, position will be relative, bg gradient to bg gray 800/30, rounded XL, for medium screen rounded cut 2XL, rounded will be 2XL, PG backdrop blur XL border dashed, border gray 700/50, flex, item center, justify center, height will be 64, for medium screen height will be 96. Now let's close this div, and in this div let's create a paragraph tag. Give class name, text will be gray 400, text will be SM, for medium screen text will be base. Then let's type no book. Now as you can see, a background is created here. Then after this, let's go and search for Google Book API. Now let's click on the first link. Let's click on guides. Now let's click on using the API. Then scroll down, click on Google API console. Then now it will ask you to agree and continue. Then click on select a project. Then click on new project. Then let's type show book and let's create our project. It will take some time. Now let's click on select project. Now let's click on API and services. Let's click enable API. Now click on enable API and services. Then search for book. Not book API, only book. Now click on the first and click on enable. It will enable and give you a key for this API. Then click on create credentials on right. Then click on public data and click next. Then it will give you a key, API key. Now let's copy this. Then let's again search for Google Book API. Click on getting started. Click on using the API. Then scroll down. Then above pagination, let's copy this API link and paste it in your terminal or paste it in your search. Let's remove this your API key and give your API key that you have copied. Then let's remove this q is equal to this and type React. Wait, type React R. Enter. It will show you the data of the books coming from this API. Now let's copy this. This is your Google Book API. Now after this, let's type use effect. Let's create an arrow function. Then let's type const fetch books is equal to async function. Then create an arrow function and let's create an try and catch block. In try block, let's type set loading true. Then const response is equal to await fetch Then enter your, let's type, let's give backtick and let's paste the key, the API. Then type if response if not present, okay, throw new error. Then throw error, that is failed to fetch. Then const data is equal to await response dot JSON. Here the data will store the response. Then let's remove React from here and let's type dollar and let's type encoded URI component. Then let's type search query. Let's close this and let's type and max result is results is equal to 35. Then it will give only 35 results. Then let's type const map books is equal to data dot items, then map function. Here it will fetch data and put it in a object form. Now let's type item dot id. Title will be item dot volume info dot title. Then else if it's not present, then it will be untitled. So it will be same for the rest. Now let's go for let's close this and let's close this. Let's type GitHub and let's search for show book. Then let's go to src. Let's go to component. A key is already given here. You can copy this key, else you can follow the step given in the video to get this. Now let's paste this key here. Let's copy this and paste it here. This is all the data we needed for the UI. Let's type let limited books is equal to mapped books dot slice 0,35. If limited books dot length is less than 35, then const missing count is equal to 35 minus limited books dot length. Const dummy books is equal to array dot from length missing count, put a comma and let's empty comma I. Let's create an arrow function. It will show the limited books that is 35, not more than that. Let's give id backtick dummy dot minus $id. Limited books is equal to dot 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 limited books comma dot 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 dummy books. Then set books limited books. Then in catch block console.log error, console error, the error will be error fetching books. Let's give error. Const dummy books is equal to array dot from, let's pass length for the book will be 35 Let's put a comma and I. Let's create an arrow function. Dummy will be true. ID will be backtick dummy minus I. Set books will be dummy books. Now finally set loading will be false, and here fetch books, put a comma. Let's give search query. Then after this pagination, then let's type const get placeholder is equal to title, then is equal to create an arrow function const initials is equal to title dot split, give value empty, then dot slice 0,3, it will show only 3 books, then dot map word and arrow function word 0, then to uppercase, else empty, dot join. It will give, this process will give you dummy images for the data which is not present. Let's copy this from the GitHub and paste it here. Now let's close this and let's give a backtick. Now after this, as you can see, now let's type const generate page number. It will generate the page number, and arrow function array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if loading, it will create a loader. Till the time your data will be shown, it will load. Div class name animate pulse grid calls 1, for medium screen grid calls 2, for larger grid calls 3, gap will be 4, for medium screen gap will be 6, padding will be 6. Let's close this. Now let's pass array 6 dot map. Let's pass empty comma I. Let's give and create an arrow function. Div key will be I, class name will be height will be 64, for medium screen height will be 96, bg gradient to bg gray 800/50 rounded xl, for medium screen rounded will be 2 xl, backdrop blur lg. Let's close this div. Then after this div, let's create const all dummy is equal to books dot every book is equal to an arrow function books dot dummy. Then if all dummy, then return, it will return min. Let's give div, give class name bg gradient to b from gray 900 to gray 800, padding will be 8, flex, justify center, item center. Let's close this div. Here let's create a paragraph tag, give class name, text will be cn 300, text lg, for medium screen text will be 2x, text will be 2xl, text will be xl, text will be center. This function will provide no books found matching your search. Now make one dot. Then let's return this. Let's type div, give id hero, key will be book dot id, class name group, position will be relative, bg gray 800/30, rounded will be XL, for medium screen rounded 2XL, blur will be XL, backdrop blur XL, border white 20, border white/10, hover, border cn 400/30, transition all, duration will be 300, hover, minus translate from y-axis will be 1, for medium screen hover, minus translate from y-axis will be 2, shadow LG, hover, shadow will be XL, for medium screen shadow will be 2XL. Then hover, shadow cn 400/10. Let's close this div, and in this div let's create anchor tag, give hash, let's pass book dot info link. Let's close this, let's remove this double quotes. Then target will be blank so that it could load on next page. Rel will be no opener, no referrer, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, z index will be 10, cursor pointer, then area label will be backtick, view, dollar, book, title. Now as you can see 6 boxes are coming here, smaller box. Then let's give class div, give class name, padding will be 4, for medium screen padding will be 6, div, give class name, position will be relative, expect, give value 4/5, width will be full, rounded XL, rounded 2XL for medium screen, overflow will be hidden, bg gradient to br, from cn 400/10 to blue 400/10. Then let's create image tag. Let's type book dot image links, image URL, in alt give book dot title. Now if it's not get this, then give placeholder, and in placeholder it will show book dot title. If in case there is no image, it will show book title. Let's type give class name, width will be full, height will be full, object cover, group hover, scale 105, transition transform, duration will be 300, here style, image rendering minus WebKit, optimize contrast, on error will, let's create an arrow function, e.target.src is equal to get placeholder book dot title. Then let's create div, close the div right here, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, bg gradient to t, from gray 900/80 via transparent to transparent. Then another div, give class name, position will be absolute, bottom will be 0, left will be 0, right will be 0, padding will be 2, padding will for medium screen padding will be 4, bg gradient to t from gray 900/90 to transparent. Then let's create an span tag, give class name, text will be xx, for medium screen text will be sm, font will be medium, text will be cn 300. Then let's pass book dot print type. Now as you can see, book type is book and it's present there. Then after this div, let's create class name. Margin top will be 4, for medium screen margin top will be 6. Then let's create h3 tag, give class name, text will be lg, for medium screen text will be xl, font will be bold, text will be transparent, bg clip text, bg gradient to r from cn 400 to blue 400. Now let's pass book dot title. Then after this, let's create an paragraph tag, give class name, text gray 400, for margin top will be 1, for medium screen margin top will be 2, text will be sm, for medium screen text will be base. Then let's pass book dot author. Now as you can see, the title and author are present here. Then after this paragraph tag, let's create div, give class name, flex, item center, margin top will be 2, for medium screen margin top will be 3. Another div, give class name, flex, text ember 400. Then let's pass array 5 dot map. Let's create an let's put a comma. Let's create an arrow function. Let's type star icon, key will be I, give class name, backtick, height will be 4, width will be 4, medium screen height will be 5, for medium screen width will be 5. Let's pass if I less than mat.floor book.rating, then fill current, else fill gray 600. Then let's close this icon. Now as you can see, the stars are present here. Let's create an span tag, give class name, margin left will be 2, text cn 300, text will be sm, for medium screen text will be base. Then let's pass book dot rating. Then after this, let's create div, give class name, grid calls 2, gap will be 2, for medium screen gap will be 4, for medium screen margin top will be 4, text will be sx, for medium screen text will be sm. Then let's create div, give class name, flex, item center, space from x-axis will be 1, for medium screen space from x-axis will be 2. Let's create an span tag, give class name, text will be gray 400. Let's type pages. Then another span tag, give class name, text will be cn 400, 300, and let's pass book dot page count. Let's copy this div and paste it 2 times. Let's change cn to purple, and here cn will be changed to blue 300. Here change book to print type, and this will be changed to rating count. Now it shows, it shows pages. Wait. Now change this pages to format, and this pages will be changed to ratings. Now as you can see, it's present here. It's looking fine. Now after this div, let's create div, give class name, margin top will be 2, for medium screen margin top will be 4, flex wrap, gap will be 1, for medium screen gap will be of 2. Then let's pass book dot categories dot split, put a comma, dot slice 0,3 dot map category comma index. Let's create an arrow function. Let's type span, key will be index, class, give class name, padding from x-axis will be 2, padding from y-axis will be 1, for medium screen padding from x-axis will be 3, for medium screen padding from y-axis will be 1, rounded full, bg gray 700/50, text will be XS, text cn 300, backdrop blur sm. Let's close this span tag and let's pass category dot trim, and then let's pass index is equal to 2, and book dot categories dot split, put a comma, dot length, then it's greater than 3, and span tag, give class name, margin left will be 1, text gray 400, plus books dot categories dot split, put a comma, then put dot length -3. After this, let's create another div, close this div right here, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, rotate rounded XL, for medium screen rounded 2XL, BG gradient to BR from CN 400/20 to blue 500/20, then opacity will be 0, for group hover opacity will be 30, transition opacity, duration will be 300, pointer event will be none. Now as you can see, it's present here, the categories. Then let's create div, give class name, margin top will be 6, for medium screen margin top will be 8, flex wrap, justify center, item center, gap will be of 2, for medium screen gap will be of 3. Let's create button, give on click, let's create an arrow function, set current page p, for page mat dot, let's create an arrow function mat dot math 1, p -1, then disabled is equal to current page is equal to 1, then give class name, padding from x-axis will be 3, padding from y-axis will be 1, for medium screen padding from x-axis will be 4, for medium screen padding from y-axis will be 2, rounded MD, for medium screen rounded LG, BG gray 900/80, border gray 700/50, text CN 300, text will be SX. For medium screen, text will be SM. Hover BG gray 900/60, transition colors disabled, will be opacity will be 50. Now here let's type previous. After this button, let's pass generated page number dot map pages and index. Let's create an arrow function. Let's type button. Let's pass key will be index. Give on click. Let's create an arrow function. Set current pages will be pages. Let's give class name backtick. Padding from x-axis will be 3, padding from y-axis will be 1. For medium x-axis, padding will be 4. For y, it will be 2. Rounded MD for medium screen, rounded LG. Text will be SX. Then for medium screen, text will be SM. Dollar, let's pass page is equal to current page. Then BGCN 400/30, text CN 300. Else BG gray 900/80, text CN 300. Hover BG gray 900/60. Then here let's type page dot pages. It will show the pages here. When we click, it takes us to there. Now after this, now as you can see, previous button is disabled. Then let's copy this button and after this paste it here. Then change this max to min. 1 will be changed to total pages. Minus will be changed to plus. Here it will change to total pages. Here it will be changed to next. Then when we click on 6, the next is disabled. And when we click on book show, it takes us to the top of the site. Now after this, let's create the component footer.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Let's remove this and let's go to app.jsx. After this div, let's import footer. Let's import footer. Now close this and let's create footer. Let's remove this. Let's type footer. Give class name. Position will be relative. BG gradient to B from gray 900/900 to gray 900/95. Backdrop blur will be 2 pixel. Border will be T. Border T gray 800. Let's create floating particles. Now let's import floating particle. Then after this, let's type div. Give class name max with 7 pixel. MX auto. Padding from x-axis will be 4. For smaller it will be 6. For larger it will be 8. Padding from y-axis will be 12. For medium it will be 16. Let's create div. Give class name grid. Grid calls 1. For smaller screen grid calls 2. For medium grid calls 4. Gap will be 8. Let's create brand section. Let's type div. Give class name. Space from y-axis will be 6. Text center. For smaller screen text will be left. Div. Give class name flex. Justify center. For smaller screen justify start. Item center, space from x-axis will be 2. Let's type book open icon, give class name, height will be 8, width will be 8, text cn 400. Let's close this icon. After this icon, let's create a span tag, give class name, text will be 2xl, font will be bold, bg gradient to r, from cn 400 to blue 400, bg clip text. Text will be transparent. Let's type book show. Now, as you can see, it's present here. Now, after this div, let's create a paragraph tag, give class name, text gray 400, text will be sm. Let's type your gateway to infinity worlds, discover, read and escape into stories that matter. Then after this div, let's create quick link section. Now after this, let's type div, give class name, space from y-axis will be 4, text will be center, for smaller screen text will be left. It was present here. Then let's type h3 tag, give class name, text will be lg, font will be semi bold, bg gradient to r, from purple 400 to blue 400, bg clip text, text will be transparent. Let's type explore. Then after this, let's create an ul tag, give class name, space from y-axis will be 3. Now let's create some text, some data, new release, genre, then authors. Dot map function, let's type item, let's create an arrow function. Let's type li will be key is equal to item. Let's give anchor tag, give class name, text gray 400, hover, text will be cn 300, text will be sm, text will be transition colors, flex, item center, justify center, for smaller screen justify start, group. Then here let's create a span tag, give class name, width will be 2, height will be 2, bg cn 400, rounded full, for MR will be 2, opacity will be 0, group hover opacity will be 100. Transition opacity, let's pass item. Let's close this span tag right here. And after this, as you can see, then let's create text tag. And let's create div, give class name, space from y-axis will be 4, text will be center, for smaller screen text will be left. h3 tag, give class name, wait, let's copy this h3 tag class name and paste it here. Change explode to powered by, and let's create div, give class name, flex wrap, gap will be 3, justify center, for smaller screen justify start. Then let's create some data, React, Tailwind, White and Google API dot map function, tech, let's create an arrow function, span tag, give key will be tech, and here let's give class name to span tag, padding from x-axis will be 3, padding from y-axis will be 1.5, cursor pointer, rounded full, bg gray 800/50, text gray 300, text will be sm, backdrop blur will be sm, hover bg cn 400/10, hover text cn 300, transition all. Let's pass tech. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then after this div, let's create another div. Give class name, margin top will be 4, space from y-axis will be 2. Div, give class name, flex, item center, justify center for smaller screen, justify start. For space from x-axis will be 2, text gray 400. Let's type command line icon. Let's give class name, height will be 5, width will be 5. Span tag, give class name, text will be sm. Here let's type developer friendly API. Let's copy this div and paste it again. Change the text to global book database. Let's change the icon to global alt icon. Globe alt icon. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then after this div, let's create social links. Let's type div, give class name, space from y-axis will be 4, text will be center, for smaller screen text will be left. Now let's copy this h1 tag again, h3 tag, and paste it here. Then let's change here and type connect. Then let's create div, give class name, flex, justify center, for smaller screen justify start. Space from x-axis will be 4. Let's provide some dummy data, GitHub. Let's terminate this and let's search for Luciat React npm. Let's copy this command and paste it in your terminal. It will take some time. Then let's restart the server. Now let's close this. Now let's close this. And now let's type, put a comma, hover, text will be purple 300. Put a comma, GitHub. Put a comma. Let's copy this GitHub. Let's import this. Let's type import GitHub from Lucid React. Now after this, let's copy this line and paste it 3 times. Change GitHub to Twitter. Change this GitHub to Discord and this to Instagram. Here let's change the icon Twitter. Here change the icon to message square and this to Instagram. Here .map function, let's type platform comma class name, put a comma, icon. Let's create an arrow function, anchor t, give hashtag, give class name, text gray 400. Let's pass class name, transform, colors, hover, text scale 110. Then after this, give key, platform. Then let's close this. Let's create a span tag, give class name, SR only. Then pass platform. Then here let's type icon, give class name, height, hover, width will be, change height will be 6, width will be 6. For medium screen, height will be 8. For medium screen, width will be 8. Let's close this icon. Give stroke. Let's type current color. Then as you can see, it's present here. Change the color. Change purple to cyan. This to indigo. And this will be changed to pink. Then after this div, let's create copyright section. Let's type div, give class name border T, border gray 800, margin top will be 12, padding from top will be 8, text center, paragraph tag, give class name, text will be gray 6, text gray 500, text will be SM. Let's give a code, new date dot get full year, then book show full stop all stories belong to their respective authors. Then after this p tag, let's type paragraph, let's give class name text gray 500, text will be SM, margin top will be 2, powered by, put a space. Then let's create an anchor tag. Let's go and search for Hexagon Digital Services. Then let's copy this link and paste it here. Target will be blank. Then give class name bg clip text. Text will be transparent. bg gradient to R, from purple 400 to blue 400. Hover, text will be purple 400. Transition colors, let's type Hexagon Digital Services. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then after this paragraph, let's create div, give class name, margin top will be 2, flex wrap, justify center, space from x-axis will be 4, text gray 500, text will be SM. Let's create anchor tag, give hash, give class name hover, text cn 300, transition colors, let's type privacy. Let's copy this anchor tag and paste it 2 times. Change privacy to terms and here change this to contact. Now our whole site is completed. Now let's check it whether it's responsive or not. Now as you can see, it is responsive for mobile and tablet view. Now let's type any book name and type enter, but it's not working. Here we have pass and not called there. Let's call handle search and let's type, it shows the book searched. Now after this, refresh the page, it's working fine. Now yes, it's working fine. Then let's type for V, let's type for WWE, it shows all the books. And if you enter anything else, it shows this, no book found. Search for React and it will show this. Now when you click on any book, it redirects us to there. So this is all. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.